industry is going through a big change, and that change is probably because of the pandemic that's going on right now. It's affecting a lot of lives, but there is a lot happening as far as innovation is concerned, and trying to keep pace with how the industry should have been. And innovation is what exactly a lot of companies are doing. In fact, Mercedes-Benz India did the same thing today because it announced a new retail sales perspective, a retail sales model for the country. And to talk more about it, we have Martin Schwenk with us, Managing Director and CEO of Mercedes-Benz India. Martin, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, this could have been a one-to-one conversation sitting down, but we are still doing it virtually. It's come to that, you know. But I mean, let's talk about this initiative. The retail sales model that you're bringing to the table, especially in India. Let's talk more about it, and if you could elaborate on that.
Yes, of course. Maya, thanks for having me. And yes, I'm very enthused about what we launched today. I mean, as a car guy, I have 10 to 15 launches of products usually a year. But what we do today is changing the way how we do business in India, how customers will interact with the brand. So we have here really a launch of a completely different dimension, and that's something probably a once of a lifetime type of experience. So what actually happens is we have looked into what is strong and what is not so strong with our sales process. And what we see is we have a very strong dealer network and a very good connect to customers. So we didn't want to lose that, but we see at the same time we have limitations when in customer experience. For example, in the future model, what will happen is one customer, one price concept around the nation is the solution here. So if you want to purchase a Mercedes-Benz, you will get the same offer for that vehicle, no matter which showroom you go to purchase the car. So there's a same price, and this price is completely transparent. You know exactly what the normal retail price would be, if there is any say support measures, any financing product measures on that. So you get full price transparency, and we know from customer research that transparency is also very important, because at the end, every customer, and Indian customers are very specific on that. They want to have the best value at the best price. So what we offer is, in my view anyways, the best car, and we can make sure that he gets the best price available. At the same time, a customer has the biggest possible choice. Today, when you go into a showroom, you're limited to the vehicles a dealer has purchased from Mercedes-Benz India and has sitting in his showroom or on the yard. So they would want to sell the vehicles they have purchased already. They would want to sell these vehicles to the end customer. What happens in future, they will still have in their showrooms, in their yards, they will have vehicles, but these vehicles are owned by Mercedes-Benz India. So they don't have a pressure to sell this car, and they don't only have these cars to sell. The sales consultant also has visibility on what we have in our network, what other cars are available. So any customer who comes into that showroom can say, okay, I want a red C-Class. Then in the location itself, maybe there's only a white C-Class available. So then the dealer, the sales consultant doesn't need to try now to sell a white C-Class, because he needs to get selling this car. He can say, okay, let me see, let's have a test, have a look, and then I'll find you a red C-Class. And that red C-Class might be in Pune or at other dealer locations from another of our partners, which we call in future franchise partners. So the customer gets full availability of models. So a big advantage there. And I already mentioned the dealer doesn't carry the inventory. That means they don't own it anymore in this model. So that in our franchise partners in future, they will facilitate the sale. What will happen then? The customer, when he purchased the car, he goes legally into a sales contract with Mercedes-Benz India. So the offer and the sales contract come out of our systems. The payment, there will be a payment terminal. If you want to swipe your card for a booking amount or something, you can do that at the showroom, and it gets credit to the Mercedes-Benz India accounts, and that is where you pay your money then as a customer as well. So what happens is you buy directly from us, but you're not bypassing in completely the opposite. You're completely using the existing structures,
Exactly.
and our partners, our sales consultants will deliver the vehicle, do everything what you need, test drive and whatever you have under these premises. So much less risk for our partners, and also I think a much better experience for the customers.
So yes, I think the dealer still remains at the very heart of the operation. That's about it, and that's what is required at this point in time. Just wanted to ask you a further question on that. What about the discounts that were available earlier, at a dealer level? Would those still continue, or how will this work? If whatever discounts or whatever you are offering.
I mean, let me say like this: we have, as in the past, we will have uh, manufacturer-based offerings. Yeah, so there might be financing offers or any
Yeah.
other, say, life cycle measures that are there to support the sale of vehicles. We will continue to do that, and we will offer always the best price. So we will also have programs which are dedicated to the relevant, seasonality in the product life cycle and to the actually sales momentum. So there will be this. There will be offers, but they will not be based on negotiations in the showroom. They will be based on an overall pricing strategy, and they will be equally. So if you go in showroom A or showroom B, it will be the same offer you will be getting. And so we expect for you that you have a clear transparency then. And at the end, the aim is not to sell the price of a car, it's to sell the product. And the value at the end you pay is the value which we provide to you. So I think, the problem of negotiation and trying to haggle to get a different price and get this offer and whatever, you will always try to leverage it to your best. But if you have stability and transparency on that, then you will appreciate and accept then also the value we offer here. So, and at the end, the purchase process doesn't start end with purchasing a car. The experience continues into the whole ownership, and your entire value of your vehicle will then also be different and more stable, because there is now not because of some individual situation at some dealership happening some discounting. Let me explain. For example, assume we have a car, a dealer bought from Mercedes-Benz India a vehicle which is very difficult to sell because it has some specs which are maybe not needed, and that happened say 9 months ago. This car now sits say in Bangalore for argument's sake, and there is no customer the dealer can find. So they will struggle because we will not take back this car. Yeah, because I mean we have sold it to the dealer. So the dealer will look for a way to dispose of the vehicle. In this moment, he might add then measures which are maybe necessary in Bangalore, but they might not be necessary in Lucknow. Yeah, and I might in Lucknow a customer who is happily looking for that car, but he doesn't even know that this car is in Bangalore. So what will happen is, because there is a dealer in Lucknow who knows that the car sits in Bangalore, he will be able to sell the car, maybe also with an offering which we have centrally defined for, say, if it's a run-out model or something, but at a defined price. And with that, the entire value of the car remains, and the dealer doesn't have the pain on sitting on a vehicle, struggling to sell. And maybe the customer in Lucknow now has all of a sudden a possibility to find a car that wasn't there before. So the Lucknow dealer would have tried to sell him a completely different car, also at a different price and maybe a higher price. So that's what the concept behind this, and obviously it's so completely changing the game as such that it will also need some time for everyone to understand, and that's one of the reasons why we brought it now a couple of months before we actually go live by Q4 this year, because we believe it needs understanding, discussion, and also we need to have our sales consultant understanding. We have our customers to understand how that works. And there is, of course, some risk in terms of how it will work. But I'm very confident the overall model is very sound.
Yeah, and it brings a lot of transparency, as you said earlier, even to customers and within the company and also with dealers. What's also going to make the dealers a lot happier is the fact that you're going to stick with your promise of bringing 15 cars to India this year. Uh, how is that going to pan out? If you can tell me. Obviously, we know that the Maybach GLS is coming. What else what else do you have in plan for us?
You know my answers on that. I cannot disclose that, but I mean, the Maybach, GLS Maybach is coming. We announced today, and
Yeah.
we will drive in it next week. Obviously, that's a very niche and a super luxury product, which I think is really mind-boggling, quite frankly. But we have more to come. I don't give you dates for that, but you know also that our S-Class is due for a change in the course of the year, and that will be one of our substantial moves as well, which is always that's say a brand shaper, always has been, and is this time again. We have seen it already in markets where the introduction has happened already. So this is also to come, but I would not go into more depth now on other options. But these two products are big, and the S-Class is obviously, in terms of relevance to the market, very significant to us.
Yeah.
So this will happen also, but I don't give you any timelines or anything now. But that's something really to look for. I look forward to. But you know, when we talk today, and again, you mentioned that our partners look very much forward to the product launches. I'm also enjoying to launch a business model, which I don't have often the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Uh, I think the one question that has been on my on my plate for a very long time is, you have launched the A class earlier in the year. Now the GLA is also out there. How has been the reaction for now? Because obviously it came at a time when everything was still, it came at a time when the boost was supposed to happen, but it didn't, and you had to just curtail back a bit. What's happening on those two cars? If you can tell me that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the whole COVID situation had put multiple delays in several
Yeah.
moments on these two cars. Yeah, I mean, they were due being launched last year. Then we couldn't because of COVID and ramp up related restrictions. Then so now we have them. The A class we had launched and the GLA also. I think what helped us a lot with these two models now is a very positive review from the press on both vehicles in terms of, not only on say the standard limousine, but also on the AMG vehicle.
Right.
On the GLA, most recently, a lot about the roominess and so how the car has grown up, so to say, to be a even stronger proposition in that segment. So we have had a lot of positive feedback, and what that also triggered is, we have a lot of customers who actually follow what's happening, and so we have a high level of inquiries, and we have a good level of bookings across our portfolio, which is very new, quite new, as you know. Yeah, GLE, GLS, even GLC, a lot of refreshed and completely new products we have brought. So we see we have a very strong order book, and so what happened now during this say lockdown period, we still had a lot of inquiries and even took bookings. Yeah, but so in total, I'm quite confident that we should be, if the caseload reduces as it does at the moment, and dealerships can gradually open again, we should see quite a good takeoff again. And I'm confident that similar to last year, we will get. I'm really hoping we get again more a V-shaped recovery. We have good order books. We have seen last year that relatively quickly, say October, November, December into this year, we could
Right.
clearly see natural demand coming back across brands, and we were very strong there as well. So I can just say we remain positive, and I'm confident we have a good chance of a quick bounce back.
All right. All right. All the best to you and the team back at Mercedes-Benz India. And, stay safe. And of course, we'll get to meet you all very soon, hopefully. Yeah. Thank you so
Thanks.
much, Martin, for your
Thanks
time.
very much. Have a good day. Stay safe
Have a
as
good
well.
day.
Cheers.
Stay safe. Bye bye.